Waylon Lewis is the editor for Elephant magazine, and it's great because they're an independent publication, so they're able to dive deep into those subjects and be critical, and you really learn a lot flipping through Elephant.
If you can minimize your negative effect on the world and maximize your positive effect on the world, obviously your children and grandchildren, as well as ourselves, will have a great world to live in. And it's more fun. My name is Waylon Lewis, and I am the editor-in-chief and publisher, founder of Elephant Journal. We're at Hotelephant, which is sort of the tongue-in-cheek name I give to my house. Elephant's a magazine that started out here in Boulder and now has grown to have a bit of a national presence. Focuses on kind of being a good person, living a good life, but living a good life that also happens to be good for others and for our planet. I bought a house downtown Boulder, or the bank bought it for me, so that I could bike every day. Green is a big buzzword right now nationally in media, and that's sort of what Elephant tries to do, is bring together some notion of being a good person, a spirituality, and environmentalism. My car is in the backyard. The battery died because I hadn't driven it for 4 months. So my plan has worked. Environmentally speaking, you have a year or two to reverse our current inertia and momentum in terms of saving the world. That's a big job, and if you don't package saving the world in a kind of hip, accessible, fun way, no one's going to get into it. Even this little details like this mat, this is from Guyam, are made out of used flip-flops. For years, our cover was probably our weakest part. We started out with a cover very similar to a lot of conventional magazines, where you have one person looking at the camera, doing something appropriate to our content. Finally, a couple years ago, we started doing covers that had more to do with our inspiration. If you have pets, you can get natural dog food that doesn't have antibiotics and crap. It's amazing what they put in pet food. I know it sounds silly. This Superman cover here, we just started with a simple idea that all these huge franchises are founded on the excitement of saving the world. Well, what if we took that notion of saving the world, but we had, Superman putting on solar panels and shopping locally and gardens and recycling, all these things that we think of as super boring. Even my basketball, 40% recycled rubber. That structure out there is a solar structure. It offsets almost 50% of the electricity I use. One of those dual flush toilets. Water is a precious resource. We get 1 million sponsorship requests, but Toofy is, I think, it's almost identical to Elephant, but doing it in through a different path, which is obviously film, and for something to be grassroots and about art, which is one of the basically 7 areas we focus on, about culture, and to do that in a hip, fun, kind of irreverent way, that's what we're all about. So the effect each one of us has, just in our small daily actions, can very concretely, very practically be changed. Elephant's mission is to be a forum, our mission statement is to be a forum for those trying to do good in the world, basically. That's obviously something we want to be part of.